For UNDP, Sustainable Energy for All is actually part of the work that we've been working on for the last 20 years in terms of increasing access to energy, energy efficiency, as well as working on renewables. And it's all part of our larger agenda in terms of poverty reduction, climate change, adaptation. So it's something that's very important for us. But the most important role that UNDP has actually been doing is in terms of coordinating the efforts at the country level in helping the countries to do their gap analysis, look at what are the opportunities, and also help them to develop their action agendas. So really playing the coordinating role with all the different partners at the country level. At the same time, the role that UNDP plays in terms of ensuring that you've got the right policies, the right regulatory frameworks, you're working to make sure that in order for people to make the investments, especially private sector, that you have the enabling environment. So really also working in that larger perspective as well. I think what's important is that you need to first of all understand that sustainable energy is not only something for the electricians or something for a particular sector. It actually has an effect on everybody. Women who give birth, for example, in poor countries, if there's no electricity, if the woman arrives at around 11 o'clock at night, at midnight, this also has an effect. So one important thing is really in terms of creating awareness. And if you look at, especially in the area of Africa, Africa has about 45 countries who are working on the action agenda on this whole SE4ALL. At the same time, we're also, out of the entire number of countries working, which is 80, that's the largest percentage. So you really need to make sure that people are involved, that people are aware. So one is the awareness raising, but the second is also in terms of the accountability, the transparency, in terms of how have the governments actually improved access to energy? So sustainable energy is really increasing access to energy, energy efficiency, renewable energy. But how are you going to measure that? And that's where you, as somebody down on the street, can really look to see, well, okay, do I have access to energy? What is the government doing, or what are the different energy commissions, etc., doing to make sure that I do have access to energy, and or that it's efficient energy? Are we using refrigerators that use too much energy, which are at the same time very negative for the whole climate change as well? So these are just some basic actions. The most important is really in terms of investment, because right now, in order for sustainable energy to work, we have got the action agendas. The countries know what needs to be done, but what we need is the investment. So we really need to make sure that we are creating those partnerships with private sector, with the governments, and with civil society, with everybody, so that we can invest in the action agendas for sustainable energy for all.